All right, here we are, church. We're back inside the building. I'm standing on stage behind the podium, and we are prepared to meet together finally inside again. And I know you guys are very excited about that. Some of you still a bit maybe nervous. And so we're sending out this update just to tell you all the precautions we've taken and then all the changes that we've made. So let me explain what Sunday will look like. So there's three things that are going to be different about meeting indoors on Sunday that have changed from our previous meetings. The first thing is we're not going to stream via Facebook. We're going to start streaming via YouTube Live. So here's the deal. We're going to slowly be getting away from Facebook, but in the meantime, we're going to stream it live on YouTube, and then we're going to upload it later on Facebook. We're going to send out an email. It's going to have the link embedded in it so you can subscribe to our channel, Calvary Surfside's channel, and then you can go on and watch us live if you stay home and decide not to come or you can't make it for whatever reason. But we're then going to upload it after the service sometime in the afternoon, and we'll put a link on our Facebook page as well. But we've decided to get away from Facebook and to start doing it on YouTube so we can better manage all the subscription material and all our followers. So we're going to be doing that on YouTube. And also on Sunday, even though it's not really been our intention to do it according to Florida's phasing, we are actually going to be hosting a service indoors right on time with the Florida governor's phase 2 plan. So tomorrow, you guys know, is phase 2, and theaters are going to be opened up. It says bars and pubs and tattoo parlors and all these places are going to open up kind of according to the former ways. But he did say they want it to be used up to like 50% capacity. And so our plan has been not according to their standards, but our plan was to just utilize every other pew in the sanctuary, which pretty much puts us at the 50% mark. So our main sanctuary is going to be used as normal, except we're going to block off every other pew so that we're a little bit more spaced out. It's not a 6-foot rule, but it's definitely going to be more spaced out and not as crowded. So along with that, we're going to open up the fellowship hall so that if you want to just sit in there and watch the live stream with your family, with your kids, that will be available to you. Or if we just fill up in here and we have to use that as overflow, that's going to be the other option. Along with that, we want to encourage you guys about what our new plan is going to be for the kids. So that's the last thing I want to update for you. Until we really get into a full normal swing of things, we're not going to be offering kids ministry services like we used to. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow children, if they are for the nursery age, to be dropped off. And we're going to have a new protocol. When you drop your kid off, we're going to check their temperature, and we're going to go over our previous rules and protocols that we've had in place with all the parents to make sure we're all on the same page, just to exercise love and good communication, to make sure that we're just keeping each other accountable. We're going to ask you the questions that, again, these are things we've done always in the past. Maybe we just didn't apply it every Sunday, but we're going to ask to make sure no one is sick in the family and that the kids haven't had any symptoms as of late. And then we're going to check their temperature, and as long as the parents are cool with it and the teachers are cool with it, then we're going to allow the kids in the nursery to be admitted into that kind of a daycare time during the service. And that will be provided all the way through the worship and the teaching time. Now, as far as the preschool and the elementary age groups go, what we've decided is that we're not going to take the kids in prior to the start of the service. We want to have the parents keep the kids with them, and then to take your kids, whether they're preschool or elementary age, take them with you into the sanctuary, into the fellowship hall, and let them be with you. Hopefully, parents, keep your kids with you during the worship, Don't let them just run around, but keep them with you, and they'll be with us as a church family through the worship time. And then after the worship set, we're going to have a short pause to change out, as we normally would, a time of greeting and allowing the worship band to go and find their seat, and then whoever's going to be teaching to come up and get prepared. So during that time, that's the time we would encourage, if you have kids that are in preschool or elementary age, to take them over to the portable and then sign them in. So this is our new plan and protocol and Sunday service worship program and structure for this Sunday, and we're going to apply this for probably at least the month of June, and then we're going to just see how that works. So that's the game plan for Sunday, and I know that it's going to be an experiment, so we just are hoping that you guys will be flexible. We are open to feedback, and we want to just have this dialogue and this communication with you. But that's basically the main changes and update for our future Sunday service indoors meetings that we're going to be having. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us beforehand and let us know any concerns that you have. We want to have this communication and this dialogue with you guys. That is the main thing for Sunday. Then finally, I wanted to encourage you guys with just a scripture, because there's so much going on. Again, I know that many are excited to move in, but then there are many who are nervous. And we've been so fortunate. We've had such a good response with meeting outside. Our neighbors have been blessed. People we know and people we don't know have just given us feedback and said they've been so blessed by us worshiping outside. And we're still thinking of ways that we might maintain that witness in the neighborhood. But I wanted to just encourage you guys, as the family and as our church body here, just to remember these words here written in Hebrews chapter 10. These words really are very strong, and we need this encouragement in the days that we're living, especially now, because churches are beginning to meet again, businesses are starting to pick up speed again, and people are starting to get out into crowds again, and there's this fear, well, what's going to happen if the virus starts to spread again and there's another peak with the infections in our county and in our area? So let me just encourage you what it says in Hebrews 10. And this is obviously an encouragement, but also just a reminder of the very things we've been doing already. It says in Hebrews 10, beginning in verse 23, "Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. And let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching." So remember these words, church. So much more as you see the day approaching. We have been faithful to find ways to meet, and we're going to keep being faithful in finding ways to meet, and we're going to monitor everything, and we're going to have this dialogue, and we're going to be praying. And listen, in all that we do, remember what he says here. The author says to us, God is faithful. That's the very thing that we need to be reminded of, that we don't have to worry about viruses or plagues for that matter. God is faithful. He will get us through every season that's going to come upon this earth. We are the church, and until he comes to take us home, he says, encourage one another with these words, all the more as you see the day approaching. So we don't want to forsake the assembling of ourselves. We want to be in fellowship. We want to be in communication, and we believe the Lord's going to look out for us and watch over our lives and our souls as a family and a church of God. So, church, be encouraged. Pray about coming. We look forward and hope to see you Sunday.